We are at a bad place in the world and across this country at the moment. In a way, the Hamas atrocities against innocent Israelis on October the 7th last year have become a turning point, a critical point in public debate and political positioning that matters far beyond the Palestinian question, far beyond even the strife across the Middle East. It strikes to the very core of the anti-Israel, anti-US, anti-West and anti-democracy bias of some elements of the hard green left across Western liberal democracies. I mean, for most people, surely for anyone with an ounce of humanity and decency, the point at which a cause is advanced through the slaughter of women and children, the innocents and the infirm, and the point at which innocent people are taken as hostages and raped and tortured and paraded as trophies, well, that surely is the point at which you must conclude the people pushing this lose their legitimacy and they need to be counted. Basic humanity has to triumph above a claimed geopolitical cause. But no, for large elements of the political left, and of course within some Muslim groups too, we've seen celebrations of the Hamas actions and increased demonstrations in favour of their cause to establish a Palestinian state and eliminate Israel. One of the latest flashpoints in this ugly debate now is this protest at Columbia University in New York City. Pro-Palestinian protesters were arrested last week, but supporters returned and camped on the university grounds, and they now call the university the People's University of Palestine, and they display signs that say "Victory to the Palestine resistance" and "Release all Palestinian prisoners." This is astonishing stuff. Victory to the Palestinian resistance means the elimination of Israel. US students calling for the elimination of Israel. And they call for the release of Palestinian prisoners, that is, terrorists and murderers. And they make this call while Hamas holds more than 100 innocent hostages still, more than 6 months on. And some of those hostages are US citizens. This is terrible stuff to see in the world's leading democracy. And listen to what's happening on campus now.
Now, Jewish students on campus who we spoke with say they've been living in constant fear for the last 5 days as they believe many of the chants are anti-Semitic. And now a rabbi associated with the Columbia's Orthodox Union Jewish Learning Initiative on campus said he is recommending Jewish students remain home amid the protests on campus.
Now, other university leaders say Jewish students should still attend, but many have been attacked and threatened and intimidated, so of course they're staying away. The Nazis, of course, pushed Jews out of German universities nearly 90 years ago, and now Jewish Americans are effectively, in some cases, kept away from university. Listen to one Jewish professor's dismay.
While US citizens are being held hostage in Gaza by Hamas and by the Islamic Jihad, you have students at Columbia University and faculty at Columbia University who are cheering on Hamas.
It is just terrible. The White House has condemned the threats and the intimidation on campus, but of course it goes on. Have a look at this woman holding a sign that invites Islamist terror groups to attack the Jewish students who are protesting against this abuse. This is alarming. This is hate running unchecked, and it is based on ignorance and political bile. And of course, there's far too much of this in our country too. Yeah, the hatred seen in this country since October the 7th shows that no level of barbarity is too much for some people.
I'm smiling and I'm happy. I'm elated. It's a day of courage. It's a day of happiness.
Just sickening stuff, unfathomable. And politicians and authorities are to blame here. They have shown no leadership. Have a look at how the New South Wales police are now doing all they can to track down those who they believe are the violent, supposedly Christian protesters who were provoked into outrage by the allegedly terrorist stabbing at a Sydney church last week. Already 3 alleged rioters have been arrested. Now that's good. Any alleged violence should not be tolerated, no matter the provocation, and hate speech and threats need to be stamped out. But the question that hangs over this country now is, why did the police not act against those preaching hate against Israel and Jews back in October? Why was the "Gas the Jews" or "Where's the Jews" chanted by angry mobs and others celebrating the slaughter of innocents? Why was that allowed to go unpoliced? Hasn't that inaction by the authorities only emboldened extremists? Enough of the hand-wringing, please. We need more action against hate speech, anti-Semitism, threats and intimidation. We need respect for all.